The call came through a satellite phone that only rang when something was wrong. "Your daughter is in critical condition," the nurse said. Her voice trembled. Mine didn't. "Your husband's new wife hurt her," she added, "and the detective won't act. Her brother is the police chief." The line crackled. Mortars echoed somewhere beyond the compound walls. I stood in dust and heat, holding a map that had already cost lives for 1 second. The world tried to split me in two: mission leader and mother. I folded it back into one piece. I asked for names. Tingeries, I thanked her. I hung up. By dawn, I was on a plan. I remember when he first learned my coffee order. I remember thinking that kind of attention was love. We were young. He liked how calm I was. I liked how steady he seemed. We built a life on routines and promises and the lie that familiarity equals safety. When my work intensified disaster zones, negotiations, places where law collapses, he called it distance. I called it purpose. We met in the middle until he stopped meeting me at all. The divorce was surgical. No shouting, no plates. He smiled. When he asked for custody on weeks, I was deployed. I agreed because I believed in reason, because I believed it was still the man who learned my coffee order. Then there was the new wife. Quicker than grief should allow, younger than honesty permits. She smiled too brightly. At school events, my daughter stopped making eye contact. Small things, bruises explained away by playground physics, silence, framed as shyness. I noticed patterns: missed calls clustered around weekends, teachers who chose words too carefully, a text message sent to the wrong person. "She needs discipline." I saved it. I said nothing. Control isn't the absence of emotion, it's choosing where to put it. In the hospital room, machines hummed like they were trying to think for her. My daughter's arm was splinted, her cheek bloomed purple and yellow. She slept under medication that stole her pain and lent it to me. The detective arrived late and left early. He said accidents happen. He said family matters are delicate. He said his sister-in-law was stressed. He didn't say his brother was the police chief. But the room said it for him. I nodded. I thanked him. I asked for copies of reports. He gave me summaries. Instead, I accepted them and asked for the nurse's notes separately. I don't raise my voice, I collect paper. Planning feels like breathing to me in Syria. It's how you keep people alive at home. It's how you keep the truth from being buried. Step 1. Medical certainty: independent pediatric assessment photographs, with timestamps, x-rays that don't lie. Step 2. Custody leverage: emergency motion, filed in a jurisdiction where influence travels slower. Step 3. Exposure without spectacle, no press, not yet. Pressure works best when it's quiet. I made calls at odd hours, former colleagues, now advising NGOs, embassies, oversight boards. I asked for nothing illegal. I asked for attention. Attention is heavier than a warrant. The police chief called me on the third day. His voice was polished. He spoke of misunderstandings. I spoke of evidence. He offered cooperation. I offered silence for now. My ex-husband didn't call, he texted. "Let's not make this worse." I stared at the words until they shrank into what they were: fear-wearing civility. The new wife posted a photo online, smiling Jim mirror caption about resilience. I saved it. Screenshots are modern fingerprints. I filed the motion at 9:02 a.m. By noon, a judge had read the medical report twice. By 3:00 p.m., a temporary order was issued: supervised visits, only immediate transfer of care. That night, the police chief's brother, the detective, requested a meeting. Neutral ground glass walls. He brought coffee. Wrong order. I slid the folder across the table. Nurse statements, injury timelines. A transcript from a school counselor who finally felt safe to speak. A note at the end. This has already been duplicated. He didn't touch the folder, he touched his watch. Your sister-in-law needs help, he said. So does my daughter, I said. Silence is a language. I let him read it. The confrontation came the next morning. Court corridor, fluorescent lights. My ex-husband stood between us, like a man choosing which fire would burn him less. The judge spoke first, calm, unimpressed orders delivered with the finality of gravity. My daughter's safety prioritized an investigation, opened, not internal. Not local oversight doesn't care who your brother is. The new wife laughed once. Sharp and wrong, she stopped when no one joined her. My ex-husband looked at me then. Really looked, as if trying to remember who I had always been. Started to apologize. I stopped him with a glance. I don't accept apologies offered to save reputations. Outside, cameras waited not for us. But they would have us anyway. I walked past them. Justice doesn't need an audience to be real. Weeks later, the fallout moved like weather, quiet at first, then unavoidable. The police chief resigned for personal reasons. The detective took early retirement. The new wife entered a program. She had previously mocked my ex-husband, lost more than custody. He lost the benefit of being believed without proof. My daughter came home. She slept without flinching. She started drawing again, houses with thick walls, windows that open. At night, when the house is finally still, I replay the call in my head, not the panic, but the moment I chose not to break. I didn't need to become cruel to be effective. I didn't need to be loud to be heard. Revenge isn't fire, it's architecture. You design it so carefully that when it's finished, everyone can see where they went wrong and there's no safe way back. I didn't ruin them. I removed the shelter that let them hurt my child. And if anyone ever wonders how I did it, they'll miss the point. I didn't do it alone. I did it awake.